Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories. Hi. My name is Marcy. I've never sent an email like this before, so I apologize if it sounds unprofessional, but I really would like to tell you my story of an experience I had recently and get your thoughts on it. It spooks me a bit to retell the story, but I need to know what happened to me and maybe someone can enlighten me on what really happened. First off, I'd like to say I love your videos and I love and appreciate that you are someone willing to believe and share these stories so that people can hopefully get answers or help. Yes, we believe you! Here's some context to my story. I am someone who unconsciously astral travels every day. It's difficult to explain, but there are multiple times throughout every day where I will dissociate and see the energy coming off of my body. I have friends who are very intense empaths and they can tell when my energy slips from my body, so every day we work together to keep myself grounded, but the other night, I believe I consciously astral traveled for the first time. Usually when I unconsciously astral travel, I am not aware of what I'm doing in the astral realm, but this time I could see and hear everything in the astral realm. At least that's what I think is what happened. The story starts just a few nights ago. I was falling asleep, and as strange as this sounds to some people, as I fall asleep, I tend to see images and hear voices that are not mine. I once again believe that this is me unconsciously starting to astral travel as I'm falling asleep. So I was falling asleep and I was hearing voices, but I couldn't quite make anything out that made sense. As usual, it's just a random word here and there. This is all normal for me until I start to hear some sort of strange noises coming from behind my bedroom door. I'm laying on my bed facing the wall, facing away from my door, but when I hear these noises, I'm confused, so I roll over towards my door. I'm laying there listening to the noises for a few seconds, and before I feel this pulling feeling in my body like I'm waking up from a dream, and I open my eyes and there I am still laying facing the wall, not facing the door. I never rolled over. I start thinking that maybe I was going into a strange dream and woke up from it, but before I could think or do anything else, I start to feel like I'm falling asleep again, and that's when I hear the noises once again and I'm starting to get scared of them. So I roll over to face the door and the noises get closer to my door, and that's when I'm pulled back into my body again, still facing the wall, not facing the door once again. I never rolled over, at least not in the physical realm. I start to get sketched out and tried to get myself to stand up and get out of bed so I can wake up more, but before I can do anything, I'm pulled back into the astral realm, I believe, once again, but this time, something scary happens. I roll over for a third time to look at my door towards the noises that are concerning me, and suddenly, a figure bursts through the door and runs at me. The strangest part about this to me is that the figure running at me was disguised as one of my best friends, but I could tell with everything in me that this was not her, physically, spiritually, astrally, or in any way. This was something pretending to be her. It ran at me and put its hands on me. That's when once again I woke up, but this time I was stuck in sleep paralysis. Surprisingly, I was able to keep myself calm throughout the paralysis. Once it faded again, I was screaming in my own brain at myself to get out of the bed and wake myself up because I knew I was stuck in some kind of loop. But as soon as the thought had gone through my mind, I was sucked back into this realm. This is where the voices I hear as I fall asleep come into the story. As I'm being pulled back out of my body into the astral realm, I hear a monotone voice say, "Hello." In my sleepy and disoriented state, I reply in my head, "Hello?" This is where I realized I may have made a mistake as I roll over in the astral realm again, but this time my room is filled with dark clouds, and the figure disguising itself as my friend is standing in the corner looking down at a book that they are holding. I could not make out anything about the book except it was large and dark colored. I was absolutely terrified. I'm just screaming in my own brain to wake up, to pull myself back into my body, and once again I was able to. I was stuck back in sleep paralysis, and this time I called out for Archangel Michael, if I'm remembering correctly. I was so disoriented, to protect me, and that's when I fell actually asleep for the rest of the night. When I woke up in the morning, I was trying to remember everything that happened. I was scared, I was confused, and after some time I had realized that this was probably me consciously traveling, and I think something tried to attack me. I don't know if any of that is true, but that's all that I can think of that makes sense to me right now. If you could give me an idea of what you think this may have been or how I could protect myself, please let me know. Thank you very much for taking the time to read my story and possibly share it with others. Have a wonderful day. Yes, it does sound like you're astral traveling, and it definitely sounds like something was attacking you. I don't know if that's something, it kind of sounds like maybe that something is what was kept trying to pull you out into the astral realm. That's why you kept like waking yourself back up and then getting like pulled out before you could even get out of your bed. I don't know what that book was or what that book could have been. Does anybody have an idea of what book maybe that thing was like reading. I will say you did very good calling out to Archangel Michael. As far as protecting yourself in the future, do the same kinds of things. Use your words. Your words are powerful. You can say things like, that you're protected by Archangel Michael. Be forceful and tell things they are not welcome in your house and they need to leave immediately. Using your words seems like it worked for you here, but if it doesn't work for you, you can try some more intense cleansing. Like you can do a smoke cleanse with sage or Palo Santo. You can do cleansing with sound. There's like so many ways that you can cleanse your space. Worst comes to very worst, get like a psychic or a priest or somebody to come help you. But you seem like you have it under control because you were able to get it to go. I want to know what that book was though. Let me know what you guys think it was in the comments. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm Anti Matrix, and if you like stories like this, make sure that you follow me and you can send me yours right here to this email address.